Hi everyone, this is Kevin and this is my corner. And today I wanted to talk to you about Star Wars The Last Jedi. Now it's been a couple of months since the film was released and it's going to come out on Blu-ray soon. And I really wanted to talk to you about my personal experience with The Last Jedi and how it made me grow as a person. And I really wanted to portray that in a YouTube video. The Last Jedi came out at a perfect time for me because I'm in my transition between leaving my 20s and entering my 30s. And I thought it was so poignant and so powerful, the messages of The Last Jedi about failure, about hope, about rekindling that fierce passion that people have had and maybe they have lost it along the way. And for me, The Last Jedi was such a perfect film at this stage of my life because it helped me process a lot of emotions and a lot of the feelings I've been having as I've been living my life in the real world after college, after school, trying to get a job, trying to, get a car loan, things like that. It helped me understand personal growth through the eyes of Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker started off in the trilogy as a farmer boy from Tatooine. He didn't know about his legacy, he didn't know about his lineage until Obi-Wan came along, or what Uncle Owen had told him. But at the end of the day, look at Luke Skywalker's journey. Young, cocky guy, he managed to set up and create a legend of himself. Then he decides to go into teaching and pass on what he had learned. He failed. He caused the death of several of his students because of Kylo Ren, and he wasn't able to save his nephew. And that's okay because, like Yoda said, failure is the greatest teacher. And you need to get it wrong so many times in your life before you get it right. And it's that perseverance, it's that hope, it's that fire, that spark, as the movie would say several times, that keeps you going. Because with each failure, you have to rise up, you have to come back. You can't give in to your fears, you can't give in to your depression, you can't give in to your anxiety. I know for some people it's impossible, but I know for others, maybe they just need a little push and maybe to tell them that it's okay. Just because you failed and just because you didn't achieve what you wanted, it doesn't stop you from being great. It doesn't stop you from being someone who people can rely and depend on. And that's what The Last Jedi taught me. It taught me that failure is a necessary part of life. And I think that feels more true now that I'm going into my 30s than it was when I was younger. When you were younger, you're cocky, you're hot-headed, you know everything, and you think everyone is wrong. But as you get more years under your belt and life starts throwing obstacles, then you take on more responsibilities. You start to realize that maybe you don't have all the answers, but that's okay because we're all living our lives and we're all failing at a lot of things, but achieving so much and gaining so much success through others. Not everyone becomes a star or not everyone becomes what they wanted through just one attempt. Not many of us are lucky enough to be able to do the one thing and be successful at it. Sometimes it takes years of practice before you're able to achieve something. And The Last Jedi kind of teaches you that. It teaches you that it's okay for to fail because you're gonna learn and then you're gonna come back stronger for it. Just how Luke Skywalker did in The Last Jedi when he came back and he gave the hope for the rebellion to be born again, for a new generation of Jedi to take his mantle where he had failed. And he passed on the lessons of his own failure to someone else as a warning, as a guidance, to tell him, you know what, I may have failed at this, but I think you can do better. And I know I can do better. And I know you, the YouTube viewer, can do better. Because through failure, we're going to learn our mistakes. Yes, it sucks. It sucks. You have to go through fear, anxiety, depression, so many things that can lock you in your own mind, like lock you in your own body. It can have negative, reprehensible effects on yourself and those around you. But it's okay. It's okay to fail and be able to learn from it and be able to grow stronger. It's just like when you play video games. I play so many video games where how many times have I died to a boss? Several. Has there ever been a boss I was never able to beat? No, because I learned. I adapted my strategy. I studied. I came back stronger and was able to beat any video game boss. I haven't beaten Bloodborne or Dark Souls, but I've beaten several of them. Some I just get bored with them. Eventually, at some point, I just leave them. But it's those themes of failure that teaches you so much, and that's why I think the Last Jedi was such a great movie for me at this time because it came at a perfect moment in my life to be able to learn from my mistakes and be able to become someone who can rise above adversity, someone who can rise above those failures and come back stronger than ever. And that's why I think The Last Jedi taught me so much. And I hope that maybe it taught you something. Maybe if you didn't agree with the direction of Luke Skywalker, that's fine. But at least take this, what I'm saying, to heart about this direction that this character teaches you. This character is teaching you that you can come from greatness, but life doesn't always work out that way. But that's okay. You can come back stronger and learn from it and still achieve something amazing at the end. Failure is the greatest lesson that The Last Jedi teaches you. And I learned that lesson, and I feel like this movie came out at a perfect time in my life where I'm able to incorporate that lesson, that the themes that the movie was trying to say, and be able to apply it in my own life. Failure is okay as long as we learn from our mistakes and are able to rise above them and then pass on our knowledge to others who might need the same help. What did you get from The Last Jedi? Let me know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe if you liked the video. And thank you so much for watching. And this has been Kevin's Corner.